Hey everybody, welcome back to Why Not RV. On this week's episode, I'm going to go ahead and show you how to change out your SHURFLO water entry or water inlet valve. Let's get right to it. Remember, if you want to learn more and make less mistakes while RVing, be sure to hit that subscribe button, drop a like and a comment down below. I appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Now, just because this is an Airstream specific type of product doesn't mean it's not on other RVs, and doesn't mean it can't be used on other RVs, or there's other variations that the process is the exact same. To apologize ahead of time, my generator is running right now due to its maintenance. It's part of its monthly maintenance, and I'm just wanting to get this video done for you guys. So we're just going to get right to the project. First thing we're going to do is remove this old one. Now, the reason I'm replacing mine is because it is leaking on the backside, and I verified that by removing some of my cabinetry inside and seeing that it was actively leaking under high pressure. So I wanted to replace it. Now, this is a very simple process. All we're going to do is first I'm going to remove my 90-degree elbow. Then we're going to remove these 4 screws, and then there's some caulking along here that probably I'm just going to be able to pull away from. You might need to trim it just a little bit with a razor or something like that, really clean and simple. And then on the back side, it should be a male threaded on fitting. So let's go ahead and get these screws removed, see what we're working with. Just like I said, the 4 screws, and then I just had to use my fingernail just a little bit just to break this silicone free, and now this is loose. So now my next goal is to go ahead and remove the male fitting off the back, which is just threaded on. All I did to remove it was push my finger back in here and kept my finger on the one of these points, and then I twisted the whole front off so that whole thing came off. I'm gonna do the same thing in reverse. All right, pretty simple so far, because again, there's a gasket inside that fitting, so you don't need to like over tighten this anything crazy. So I got this on here. I'm gonna go ahead and just clean up this remaining sealant, and then I'm gonna go ahead and get a hose, hook it up, and make sure that we're not leaking before I screw it back in. Okay, I have water hooked up. I went inside and flushed some of the sinks through just to get some water flowing through. Everything looks good on the inside. Everything looks good out here. Now, if you really want to make sure there's no leaks, just a little trick that I use is you can take like a paper towel and shove it underneath of here, right? Let it sit for 10 minutes, half hour, 1 hour, whatever you feel is necessary. And obviously, if it starts to drip onto that paper towel will get wet and soaked, and you'll know that you got a leak somewhere. For me, I can already visually see that there's no leaks. I'm comfortable with it, so I'm gonna go ahead and button this thing back up, which is gonna be just as simple as putting those 4 screws in and then getting a little bit of silicone around it. And just so you can see, I got silicone on the back side of where the screw goes in, and then I put it all the way around the rim, but I'm leaving the bottom open. Okay, it was sealed before, but I like to have it open just in case there is any moisture condensation. It can drain out the bottom if needed. But I'm gonna go ahead and get this last screw set in and then clean this up. There it is, finished product. Like I said, guys, it's a super simple little project to do. If yours is like either just looking old, pitted, nasty, stuff like that, just like this one. I mean, look at the chrome on this compared to that nice and new one. Now I gotta have to replace this because it just looks out of place. And for those of you that don't know, the SHURFLO thing that comes on the Airstream, this is exact model, which I'll put in the link in the description below where you can buy it on Amazon. But this exact same model, which you can use on a ton of different campers, is a water pressure regulator all by itself. A lot of people go out and buy water pressure regulators, which I 100% am for and always suggest doing, and I had one on my hose for a long time, but now with it built into the Airstream, I'm not worried about it. Okay, it has a 125 max input and a 65 psi output, so it's a pretty nice thing that you don't need to worry about that. But I do recommend, for those that you don't know, put on one of these 90-degree angles, okay? Because when you don't, and you have your hose coming straight out and curved down, let me kind of come out a banger, out and curved down, you're putting a lot of pressure because of all that leverage, especially people that have water filters, and you put the water filter right off this thing coming out. Putting that 90 straight down puts that pressure, there's no leverage, right? All the weight is straight down. There's no leverage on it to be pulling it. So just a little tip for you. That's really it for this week's video. If you have any questions, make sure to drop in the comments below. Hit the like, hit the subscribe button, click the notification bell. Again, drop some comments down below, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching Why Not RV. Bye.